Hey everybody, welcome to Drinking and Driving. I cannot wait to talk to you about this past week's NASCAR race. It was absolutely insane. You got Dick here doing a solo episode this week. Tex is out of town. He is actually on his way traveling to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the upcoming race. I'm excited to hear his experience coming back next week. But you got me this week, and it'll be an expedited episode, just getting you the facts. But let's dive on into it. This photo finish out in Atlanta, I was not expecting that. This is the closest race I've ever seen, probably of all time. Came down to one photo, 3 cars crossing the finish line. Absolutely insane. You had Suarez, Blaney, and Kyle Busch all right there. Nobody knew who won until that photo. It was awesome. Daniel Suarez with the victory, literally inching out Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. It was awesome. We had 4 wide racing going in the last couple laps, 3 wide to just finish it. That was awesome. I hope you guys seen that. If not, please go watch the replays. It was awesome. If you are on the fence about getting into NASCAR racing, this will push you over. This was just an amazing race to watch. Really cool finish. And shout out to Daniel Suarez. Tex was high on him all year. This is he needed a good season this year, and you know what? He pulled it off right at Atlanta. And congrats to him, and congrats to Tex for calling that out. Now, if you rode with me on my bets last week, we went 2 for 2. I had Cindric top 10 and also Cindric to beat Bubba Wallace, which that was closer than anticipated. Cindric he finished 4th place, Bubba Wallace 5th place, and similar to that photo finish for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Bubba Wallace and Austin Cindric pretty much had a photo finish for 4th and 5th. So that was interesting to watch as well. I wasn't even rooting for the top 3. I was rooting for Cindric to freaking finish ahead of Bubba Wallace, and he did. And yeah, just proves again that Cindric and Team Penske had really good cars again. Now, I will say, let's just dive right into Dick's picks for this week in Las Vegas. I will be taking Bubba Wallace. He had a great start to the season. 2 top 5 finishes already, both 5 at Daytona and 5 last week in Atlanta. I am going to take him in a matchup over Ty Gibbs. He is minus 125 over on DraftKings to beat Ty Gibbs. I really like that. Ty Gibbs is racing pretty good, but Bubba Wallace has the best Toyota car right now. I think he is, driving his ass out this year. Like, he is 2 top 5 finishes, and this is a big year for him too. I think he needs to perform well this year. And you know what? I'm going to double down on him. I think he had a great start to the season. And at Vegas, he's pretty good there. He finished 4th last year and 13th last year here, whereas Ty Gibbs is kind of slow here. He finished 34 and 22 last year. And Bubba's been good at qualifying here. I think he'll qualify ahead of the pack, at least top 10, I think. So, yeah, I think that is number 1 of my Dick's picks, and that is Bubba Wallace over Ty Gibbs. Now, I've been on the fence about one of my next Dick pick here. I have Chevy to take home the trophy this week. Chevy's looking good all year. Really good at Daytona, really good at Atlanta. 2 winners for both of those. So, I don't know, Ford doesn't show up here really at Vegas. And Toyota is having a lackluster season so far. Nobody's really fast, surprising me this year. So, Chevy is looking good. Past winners, you got Team Hendrick Chevys. So, Kyle Larson I like. Kyle Busch I like this week. Kyle Busch came in 2nd, I believe, in that photo finish. One of those two, just split second behind of Daniel Suarez last week. I think that's going to put a fire under him. I think he really wants to win this week, and I think he shows out again in his Chevy. And that is one of the reasons why I like Chevy to be the top performing car. And they are at plus 120 to win. So those are my 2 dick picks. Follow me on them. Ride with me on them. I am 3-2 this year. And although I am 3-2, I'm up 2.5 units. So ride with me. I really like these picks. So there you got it. Now, we're not just a NASCAR analysis podcast or a betting podcast. We are a lifestyle podcast. And with that, here's a list of a bunch of things to do if you are at the NASCAR event this weekend in Vegas. The fan zone, always got to start with that. Each NASCAR event has one, and this one in Vegas is pretty freaking cool, if I were to say so myself. They got a strolling piano that goes up and down the fan zone. Anybody could get on it and just start playing. It's pretty cool. They tow it along, and it's awesome. They also got an ultimate dog show. They got showgirls, of course. This is Vegas, baby. You got games, Elvis impersonator. That's needed, much needed there. You got a violinist. You got balloon artists, face painters, magicians, performers, dancers. Pretty much anything that you think of when you think of Vegas, it's there. So go ahead down to the fan zone. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be music, DJs, bands there pretty much the whole day. You'll have something to do. And this starts Friday and goes all the way through Sunday. Definitely give that a try. Fan Zone's always awesome, giving away free things. There's driver meet and greets, driver appearances, giving out free stuff, getting signatures, flags, you name it. Go ahead and enjoy that. We also got, if you're camping in the infield, the Inner Circle. This sounds awesome as well. Every inner circle, always inside the track, where there's RV parking, tents camping and everything. There's always so much to do in there. In the Inner Circle, the Neon Garage on March 2nd from 6 to 8 is the Camper Appreciation Party. And this is brought to you by Thor Family of Companies. The festivities here, you got dueling pianos, is always so cool. You got dancing, girls maybe, guys, whatever you're interested in. But the best part is there's free food and beer. Go and enjoy this, take advantage of this, and like we always say, bring some cash and give some good tips, because without the tips, they will not likely put this on anymore, and this is for a good cause as well. So go ahead and enjoy the Camper Appreciation Party. You will have to be camping in the infield, but if you are, go and get some free beer and free food. Always the best part of tailgating. Now Friday, if you're camping, we got a cornhole tournament from 9 to 11 p.m. Friday night. So I would go do that. You got Zumba in the morning Friday and bingo around 11 a.m. There's something for everybody. Saturday, you got goat yoga in the morning. Wake up to some goats and do some yoga. That's awesome. Done it before. It's awesome. You go in a plank or whatever yoga position they call you, and the goat just jumps on your back and stands there. It's kind of weird, kind of awesome. Just do it. It's an amazing experience. And then, like I said, Saturday night, 6 to 8 is that Camper Appreciation Party. Go do it. And then you got fire pits all throughout. It's a campsite. It's awesome. There's always fires. There's always something going on. DJs, pop-up bars, you name it. Go ahead and enjoy it. Sunday, we got the breakfast cart. It's a mobile one. They'll be driving around. You go. You'll see it. It's kind of like an ice cream truck. You go and buy some breakfast if you are too hungover to make it yourself. Or you're tenting and you just have no means to do it. And then after you get your breakfast, 8 a.m., you got a spin class. Go burn off those alcohol calories that you drank the night before. And then 6 to 8 p.m., cornhole tournament. And then karaoke at 10. So go. This sounds awesome. I wish I was there. I'm Jealous of Tex, but we'll see what all he gets into. And then right before the race, you got the pre-race concert. And if you're a big country fan like Tex and I are, you got Maddie and Tay. Great duo, country duo, great voices. Pretty too. I will say pretty. So go ahead and enjoy that before the race. They're great talents. And if you're interested in baseball, you got Jose Bautista will be driving the honorary pace car around the track before the race. So, he's a great baseball player. MVP. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame one year. So, I am jealous that I can't be there in Las Vegas this year, but man, Tex is gonna have a lot of stories to tell when he gets back. And one more thing, because I love you guys so much, and just an appreciation for sticking around to the end of this episode, I'll give you a little gold nugget on a dick pic, final dick pic. Because it is Vegas, it's Las Vegas, and everybody loves to take a little risk gambling here in this city. I condone it. I am going to put a little bit of money on a long shot here. Corey LaJoie in that sweet-ass lucky number 7 car. It's awesome. It just all makes sense. The stars are aligning for this week for him. He has had 2 really good races, a 13th and another top 10 finish to start the season at Daytona and Atlanta. He is plus 15,000, and he drives a Chevy, and like I said earlier in the podcast, I'm on the Chevys this week, and he's having a good season already. He's blazing. And really, just that lucky number 7, you have to take him. It's Vegas, baby. Do it. Bet on him. See you next week. Adios.